Hello, beautiful and beloved ones. This is Lorelei from the Tightrope to 5D Music Reactions, and welcome or welcome back. And if you wonder about that strange title, stick around to the end. These days I'm bringing you a message approximately every other video at the end of it about this historic shift from third dimensional consciousness to fifth dimensional consciousness for the entire planet. Today is a message video. So, okay, but first we're going to start with Zhou, Shen, and Dingding, Upwards to the Moon. Here we go. Goodness. Is he done? Oh, we'll go back. We'll back and hear that. I thought he was done, and then I realized he wasn't. That's not good to cut off his beautiful note. I'll go back. But oh my goodness, how wonderful, how profound, how beautiful. His voice, and she's got a lovely voice too. And I'm getting the message here, I think, to be one of, and I've never heard this song before, but I think it's like we're earthly beings and we're also heavenly at the same time, and we're like, you know, walking those two roads. That's what I'm getting out of it. So powerful, powerful. I love the messages in his videos, so many of his videos that I've seen so far. So great. By the way, friends, don't forget I've got my member tiers, and I'm furiously putting videos in there that's just for you. So check them out if you're interested in that. But let us go back a bit and continue. And look at the gorgeous, hold on. And look at the gorgeous set and scenery. I'm telling you, you know, the Asian people are a very spiritual people. Really, it's just I've always made note of that. Let's continue. And the butterflies flying around and the lights coming up and their beautiful voices coming together and asking for, they call it a destined love. So like it's like they're looking for a spiritual kind of love, like a deeper love, if you will, or and that's what they feel with each other in the song. I mean, I don't know if these two, you know, are you know, together or whatever. So wow, so profound, so beautiful. How gorgeous. We'll go back a little bit, by the way. And by the way, don't forget, if you're enjoying this, give me a like, give them a like, and subscribe. And what do you know about this Sa Ding Ding? I don't know anything about her. I'm just kind of getting to know Zhou Chen. So let me know about her, and let me know about this song in the comments. Like, what is this, an age-old song, an age-old Chinese song? Like I said, the Chinese, the Asians in general, have that spiritual kind of component to them. And I know there's been a lot of squashing of the human spirit under the regime that they are on now, which isn't very uplifting in many ways. But, however, they still rise and they still let their spirit shine, as you see here. Wow. Let's go back a little bit. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go back a little. Listen to their harmonies. So beautiful, and in floating, it's like floating with the angels. Let's hear that again. Goodness. I wish I was there. I wish I were there. That audience, did you feel like that whole, it's like that energy they've got there, that beautiful, powerful energy. Let's just see that. You see the picture of that. I want you to just look at that. I mean, can you imagine being in the audience there? And how you must have been so uplifted, and the lights, and it's like almost like a night sky or something, and their beautiful voices, and you're feeling like you're feeling like you're uplifted with the angels. Holy moly, that was so great. Oh, absolutely loved it. My goodness, my goodness. This one is wonderful, and this new one too, also very wonderful. Sa Ding Ding. Wow, and zhoushen, I mean, you're just words fail with that one. There's just no words. Absolutely loved it. Oh, God bless them both, and thank you if you ever see this for bringing this beautiful music to us. Wow, wow. And of course, I have to put that on my scale. 1 being very third dimensional, fear, pain, suffering, anger, sadness. It's not that. And 10 being very fifth dimensional, love, peace, joy, harmony, and the eternalness of life. That's way in there, isn't it? All of that stuff. So that's a 1 to 10 scale. This is very, very high. I'm going to go with a 9.5 on this one. Excellent, excellent job. And I love these ones that lift me up. Some people are saying to me, you should do stuff that's, doesn't lift you up so people can get a contrast. But the reality of it is that I've tried it and I don't really like it, and I don't think you guys do either. I mean, when I do it, I don't think you like when I do it. So maybe you like when somebody else does it. But I tried a couple like that, and no, I just really love this. And it's a pinch hit of a lot of times you don't know for sure what you're getting into, but the beautiful music really really excites and inspires me like this. So ah. But my friends, if you'd like to know a little about me, you can go to the About Me video on this channel, which leads you to a longer video if you so desire, about what I call my forged in the fire of 3D journey in my earlier life. But I learned a lot. I became a transformational coach, similar to a life coach, but even more powerful, I would say. And I learned a lot about natural healing. And so these things, I've created some things to bring to you in case you're interested. For that, you can go to the in the notes about Lorelei on Patreon and take a look and see if that's of interest to you. And by the way, if you'd like to support me in any way, show me a little bit of love, you can go to the Buy Me a Coffee here on this site, or you can go again to that About Lorelei on Patreon. And there's a little button there. And I appreciate you who have shown me the love. Thank you so much, because it really does assist me. Okay, beloved ones, let's get to our 5D message. Is it time to let go of the stories, heroes, heroines, villains, victims, and all? Is it time now to let go of those stories? You say, well, I kind of like my stories. Don't you like a good story with a hero and a heroine and a victim who overcomes, that hero's journey, Don't you love that good story? It's like, who doesn't like a good story like that, right? We just like to watch it. We like to see it. And we always like, of course, the hero or the heroine to win out in the end. And usually they do in the stories, though perhaps not in life. But in the stories, it's kind of like everybody knows we want that. You ever notice if you see a story where the hero or the heroine doesn't win, you're like, that really wasn't very good. I didn't really like that story. Most of us anyway. Comment if you know what I'm talking about. So but the thing about it is here's the issue with our stories as we move up to the higher dimensions right now as we speak. You see, the stories keep the whole third dimensional reality alive. Us being very attached to having stories about a hero, a heroine, a villain, a good guy, all of this stuff is keeping it alive, because in reality, when you really look at it, these lives are just, as they sort of intimated in this song a little bit, we have the eternalness of our lives, and we come down here for a little flash in the pan, to experience this third dimensional reality, and we play all kinds of roles. We play the good guy, we play the bad guy, we play the heroine, we play the villain, we play the victim, we play the victimizer in these many lives that we've had. We play it all. And I say we play it because all of those different ways, things we've shown up in our various lives, they don't touch the divine spirit that we are. That divine spirit is always perfect, whole, complete, beautiful, made in the image of God, right? So they don't touch that, but they are roles that we take on here for the learning process, right? So we can develop our soul, we can understand more. If we were when we were in the higher realms before we even came down here, in our higher aspect, I'm not talking about me, Lorelei, but a higher aspect of me in the higher realms, we were always the good guy. It was always love, light. There was no bad guy, right? Let's just put it that way. There was no bad guy. So it was love and light and joy. And it got a little boring. It got boring after eons and eons. And we said, well, yeah, what else can we do here? What else can we do that will, and then we came up with this idea of like having this third dimensional reality and sending our, in the higher realm, we'd send down an aspect of ourself to experience it and have a soul that would kind of keep the record, and the soul would grow and develop. And when the soul finally at some point had all of its questions answered and felt like it really kind of had come to a wholeness, a unity, a oneness, a harmony about all the different lives, this was when we would ascend. So it's now time for us to come to that unity, that harmony, that wholeness, and realize that it's all been a game. And I'm kind of ready to stop playing the game. Yes, I came here of my own free will. You too, we all did, right? To experience all these lives, but this game has got tiring. And in a nasty kind of way, right? There's a lot of nastiness going out there. So now I'm finally like, okay, this game, I'm complete with this one. I don't know about you guys. I'm complete with this game, and I'm ready to move back up to the higher dimensions where all is love and light and joy and bliss. And who knows, maybe I will assist others playing their games at some point. Because that's the other reason we come to a life, by the way. If we've been in the higher realms already, and then we come to play these roles to assist others. You know, if you were a person who came into a life where you had a severe disability, for instance, you assist the learning of all the people around you to understand how we grapple with having a loved one with that disability. It's not just about your learning, it's about their learning. Individuals who come and play a terrible role, you know, Genghis Khan or something, they assist the learning of the entire society to understand this isn't really what we want. This is really not nice, you know. He probably had a lot of learning himself too. I'm not saying he was coming from the higher realms, by the way, or some of these people that have those dark roles, but you don't know. You really don't know. So there is also coming to other realms to assist. And maybe once we all rise up, we can make our own choice. Do we want to come and assist at some point? But really, I'm ready for a nice, big, long, 1,000-year vacation from all the muck and the mire in 3D. Although there's no time, you know, really out there in the higher realms. But it's going to be a good long time before I'm planning to come check this out again. That's just me. So you see, if we wish to move to those higher realms, yes, it's time to let go of the story, the judgments of others, the criticisms of others, the ego-based, want to feel like we're on the good side of the story or whatever, or we're on the bad side if we're the bad boy, whatever is the story of our particular life, it's time to let it go. Whatever the general stories out there, it's time to let them go. Maybe a little less watching of those movies, or maybe just watching them from an observer perspective, not getting so involved in them, not feeling like it's so real. You see, that's the what do you call it? That's the advice we're being given here on this earth, to live this life like watching from an observer perspective. This is coming from the higher realms, and not get involved in all the stories around us. It's hard, right? Because politics and everything else, we want to get involved in that. We want to curse at those newscasters on that TV, right? What are you talking about? That's a lie, or whatever it may be. But that's getting involved in the story again. So anyway, yes. So I think in my world, I want to move up. So it's time to let go of those stories. Okay, beloved ones, I'm sending you that beautiful fifth dimensional energy, the love, the peace, the joy, the bliss, the fun, the play, the ease, the harmony, and this beautiful, spiritual experience of life that was shown here. Coming at you now. Namaste. I honor the God in you.